Good evening.
Sawasdee
So, what have you been up to today? We've had a bit of a teacher's holiday. Have you done anything interesting today?
Today, I didn't do very much interesting today at all. I mopped my floor.
Oh, not particularly interesting. Well, on that note, we might get into our first piece of news. KCTV News presented devoted teachers in Nakhon Ratchasima. The whole school has only 2 teachers. At Bantup Kwai School, Tambon Chiwan Ampur Pimai, Nakhon Ratchasima Province, Miss Oi Tip Sangwan Suntia, aged 56, one of 2 teachers, has been teaching students in the area. She has been serving this school for over 30 years. The first year she taught, there were 75 students, but now there are only 33 left. She takes care of 3 classes each day. Bantup Kwasai School teaches students from primary level to Prathom Suksa 6.
Interesting. A school with only 2 teachers. But I guess if you only have 30 students, you probably don't need that many teachers.
Yeah. 2 teachers, 30 kids.
Did she have the day off today?
Who knows? Who knows? She may well have. Well, happy Teachers' Day to her.
Yeah, happy Teachers' Day to you. Our next story on the Niyat is doctors have recently released a statement regarding Lumpakun's health. Recently, he has been having an irregular heartbeat. Dr. Pinachai Nakpan, a heart and nerve medical specialist, and Lumpakun's personal doctor, said that Lumpakun is getting better every day. As he is turning 90 years old, it is normal that he is more susceptible to disease. Right now, doctors are helping him with his lung infection and treating symptoms in his urinary system. Dr. Anuchit Niyompatma, a lung disease surgeon, said that Lumpakun's lung infection has been improving each day. Occasionally, symptoms will show up, but the doctors are monitoring him closely as he is now staying in the emergency room.
Terrible. So it seems he's perhaps deteriorated a little bit from last week when we thought he was getting a lot better.
They do seem still optimistic, but he is 90 years old, and as doctors have said, when you get to be that age, it's a little bit hard for the body to keep itself healthy. So.
Well, at my age, it's difficult enough for my body to keep itself healthy.
Well, they seem to be doing a good job. It's, as they said, he's improving every day. Sometimes symptoms do show back up, but they are optimistic that he will be pulling through, and he'll be back at the temple soon enough.
Well, good luck.
Certainly.
Okay. Jasmine merchants in Nakhon Ratchasima are facing shortages in Thailand due to the current weather conditions. The country has had to order jasmine in from Indonesia. The temperatures in Nakhon Ratchasima have been low and have had an impact in the area of Ban Non Mai Dengmu 2, Tambon Suranari, and Permuang, Nakhon Ratchasima province, where the biggest jasmine farm in the northeast region is located. Merchants in the local markets have to buy jasmine from Bangkok, but some order in from Indonesia. This results in jasmine prices becoming very high. Mr. Jamnong Wong Ong, aged 28, one of the Non Mai Deng villagers, told us that the situation is getting much more serious. Jasmine farmed in Thailand is not enough to supply the demand at local markets. Without any other competition, Indonesian jasmine costs about 500 to 600 baht per kilogram, which is 3 times more expensive than the prices here in Thailand.
I do love that jasmine rice. It is delicious.
Jasmine rice and even jasmine just for the flowers that are hung up in the cars.
That's true. They do smell really good. I sometimes save them in my house just because they smell so nice. If somebody gives them to me, I rarely buy them off the street because I don't have a car.
Yeah. Well,
It's okay.
Violin. Let's have
Eventually,
a violin playing, shall we?
yeah. Eventually, I'll get a car one of these days. A Flintstones car, I think. Our next
Should we
story.
have a little news article at the bottom that says, if you're selling a car really cheaply or wish to give one to a newsreader,
Please email
contact
KCTV.
Chris at KCTV.
Okay, but enough of that. Moving on to a slightly more serious subject, the Office of Disease Prevention and Control for Region 5 in the Nakhon Ratchasima initiated a program called Leprosy Disease Watch. The program is being supported by the Ratchapracha Samasai Institute for Peace. Dr. Kritsada Mohatan, a medic from the Ratchapracha Samasai Institute for Peace, presided over the opening ceremony of Leprosy Disease Watch at the soccer field inside Ban Palatman School in Tambon Satuk, Ampo Satuk, Buriram Province. The program is supported by the Ratchapracha Samasai Institute for Peace and the Office of Disease Prevention and Control for Region 5 in the Nakhon Ratchasima Province. Many people attended the opening ceremony. Dr. Kritsada Mohatan said that leprosy in Thailand is not serious. According to a report, there were 690 leprosy patients in 2012. The office found only 198 new patients. Most of the patients are found in the northeastern provinces. Even though there are not many patients in Thailand, the office aims to prevent and control the disease. People should not be concerned about becoming handicapped by leprosy, according to a World Health Organization's report. Leprosy is a disease caused by bacteria. Basic symptoms include rash, hair loss, numb skin, and itchy skin. And while the disease leprosy is communicable, it is not easy to contract. The disease is mostly found in people who have existing immune system disorders.
Leprosy in Korat. Leprosy where? Where was it based?
Actually in Buriram.
Buriram, crikey.
Right. They had the ceremony in Buriram, it looks like. But it's the Disease Prevention and Control Office in Nakhon Ratchasima. They did say there's only 690 leprosy patients in all of Thailand.
Well, that seems...
And they only found 198 new ones just in 2012.
Well, in the news after the break, we'll have a few stories. One about Rohingya children and women visited by the government. We'll have a story about rosewood being seized in Nong Khai, Nong Khai Tillam School's fire, and finally Sports Day for Teachers' Day. So we'll see you after these breaks. Welcome back. So we'll move on to our fifth piece of news, something a little different. day. The director of the Department of Social Development and Welfare visited 105 Rohingya children and women at the children's home in Songkhla province. At the children's home in Songkhla in Ampur Pawang, Ampur Muang, Songkhla province, Mr. Pakorn Pantu, the director of the Department of Social Development and Welfare, visited 105 Rohingya children and women who got locked inside a warehouse in Ampur Badang Bazaar. Police previously had saved 856 Rohingya people and are now waiting on sending them back to their homeland. Meanwhile, police returned to the warehouse where the Rohingya people were being hidden. The warehouse is located in Tambon Samnakam, Ampur Sadao, and in Songkhla province. Primarily, police found out that the warehouse was modified to be a place for the Rohingya people to live. There were not any facilities for them. There was a small gate which the police determined could be an exit to cross to Malaysia. Officers will inspect further for more clues. The mayor of Samnakam added that the Rohingya people do not want to go back to their homeland as they fear they will be hurt or even killed. Related organisations will discuss what to do next with these refugees. So shocking news.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Rohingya refugees.
I believe you have a friend who knows quite a bit about them. Your friend Rob in Bangkok, I believe he's very interested in Human Rights Watch and helping in any way the human rights, and people being forced from their countries is a pretty big human rights issue, I would say.
Well, yeah, absolutely. There's a problem in Thailand with being able to cope with that many refugees, the number of refugees from bordering countries, and perhaps it is difficult to try and accommodate. But I do hope that something can be done for these people. So
yeah, I hope so too. They've long had the problems with refugees coming in from, Cambodia, Laos, Burma, and I believe even Indonesia as well. It will be interesting to see once you have ASEAN, how the refugee situation in Thailand changes, if it improves or if it actually deteriorates.
What do we have next?
Up next for the news, a naval security unit working in the Kong River seized 44 rosewood logs which had been hidden in a eucalyptus garden. The owner of the garden had fled the scene. A naval security unit in the Kong River at Ampho Ratanawapi, Nong Khai province, led by Rear Admiral Rangsu To Arun, the commander of the Naval Security Unit, and his team seized 44 rosewood logs which were hidden inside a eucalyptus garden. The logs are estimated to be worth about 300,000 baht. Officers did not find the owner of the logs. Admiral Kampan Puang Tai Song, head of the Ratanawapi Naval Security Unit, was informed by an officer that there were rosewood logs found inside a eucalyptus garden. After arriving at the scene, police found 44 rosewood logs in the back of a Nissan pickup truck without an owner. Officers are currently searching for the owner of the pickup and wish to bring charges against him.
That's a recurring theme. There's
It definitely is.
there's quite a lot of money to be made in rosewood, and it seems that a lot of people are getting involved in it.
Yeah, well, some people that's all they know how to do is just steal things. It's a shame.
Next up, we have a school-related story. The director of Nakhon Ratchasima's Office of Primary Education, Office Region 1, commanded investigating officers to detect the cause of Nong Talampuk School's fire on January the 10th, 2013. On January the 10th, 2013, the office of Nong Talampuk School Director, Mr. Chadcharan Chopimai, was burnt down. The school is located on Tambon Nong Bua Sala, Ampur Muang, Nakhon Ratchasima. Mr. Patom Marek Mani Ned, the director of Nakhon Ratchasima Office of Primary Education Office Region 1, commanded investigation officers to detect the cause of the fire. However, the school did not get damaged too much and has already reopened since the fire. The issue about a confliction with some workers in the school, in fact, there is no such issue as they resigned a long time ago. So perhaps that's to say there were concerns and thoughts that perhaps it would be workers who had a conflict with the director of the school, but they had resigned a long time ago. So,
well, I hope they do find out
still to find out who that is.
Who started the fire, and hopefully no one actually did it. It was just an accident. It would be a shame if we actually found out that somebody was starting fires. Was it in Korat?
This is in Nakhon Ratchasima province, Ampere Mung Nakhon Ratchasima.
Well, certainly that would be
city centre.
Rather bad news if we found out that there was people starting to light schools on fire here. I certainly hope that's not the case.
School officers. Okay, and finally,
our final story for the evening. Nakhon Ratchasima Municipality organized a sports activity for today, as today is Teachers' Day. Many officers joined in the activities and fun. Mr. Surawut Churchai, the mayor of Nakhon Ratchasima Municipality, presided over the opening ceremony of the 2013 Sports Activity Day for Teachers at the sports ground at the Suranari Youth Center. The mayor said that the activities had been set up to promote friendship within the municipal schools and among the officers and teachers at the schools. Over 300 officers attended the activities. There were several sports played during the day, such as futsal, tug of war, relay race, and more. All racers and teacher participants had fun and were delighted by the numerous activities.
So it seems it's been a big event to celebrate the teachers of Korat, and yeah,
well, we should celebrate our teachers, I think.
We ought to.
I think they work pretty hard, and some of them, have huge classes, and they do what we would call yeoman's work, I think.
Yeah, 60 students in a class.
60 students in a class.
It's almost like going into a war zone.
And how many classes in a day? How many in a week? Wow.
Absolutely. Well, that's all we've got time for.
So we do respect all the teachers in Nakhon Ratchasima Day and throughout Thailand for all their dedication and hard work.
That's all we've got time for tonight. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And I've been Charlie Crowson.
And I'm still Chris Salet.
Good evening.
Good night.